Hello, fellow truth seekers. This is Barbara Jean. This is not going to be a very long video. I just wanted to give you something, a confirmation, an interesting little thing that happened to me. I realized something. And this goes along with a video I made called Hidden Manna, and how the Lord gave me this message. I was sitting in my chair, which, by the way, is not a lounger. I don't lounge in this chair. I have to sit upright all night long in this chair. And anyway, one night, a few nights ago, I was sitting up in my chair. What you hear in the background is my kettle's going. I'm making myself some tea. But anyway, I was sitting up and I heard bring. My computers were off, the TV was off, and I heard bring as though I was receiving a message on my computer. And I heard it. When I heard it in my head, the next thing I know, my stomach starts. I have this brief, funny little feeling in my stomach. And this is all in my video called Hidden Manna, which I made a few days ago. So, and then I equated it with God sending or sending the church of Pergamos a message, and it has to do with the stomach, which goes along with my little chart here. You see my chart? And I was telling you in my last video, Hidden Manna, how this is all color coded. The Lord gave me this chart years and years ago. But anyway, the third stage of maturity is the church of Pergamos, which is the color yellow, which is aligned to the stomach. It's the stomach area. It's yellow, okay? And as you can see, it's a rainbow. It's a full 7-color rainbow. Years ago, when I was reading the book of Revelation, and the Lord spoke to me, and this is back in my early 20s, and this was many years ago now. Uh, he told me to, as I was reading the book of Revelation, he said to me, as I was reading it, I heard the Lord speak to me, and the Lord said, "Where have you seen the number 7 before?" And I went, "Oh, well, number 7 is here." And I started pointing all different places where I saw the number 7 in the book of Revelation. And that's when I realized that there was a code in the Bible. There was a code. There's codes in the Bible, okay? So anyway, I it's fascinating when you start unraveling all these mysteries that are hidden in the scriptures. Now, I want to bring you back to the book of Revelation where I was talking about hidden manna and how the church of Pergamum, which is the pagan church, basically the church that has mixed paganism um, with Christianity. Okay, um, and it's right here. It's in the stomach area, and I was telling you how Satan resides in the stomach. Now listen to this. This is interesting. I didn't even notice this. I didn't realize something. As I was reading this, I was telling you how it's about food. It's about eating. To the angel of the church of Pergamos write, "These things saith he that hath a sharp sword with 2 edges. I know thy works and where thy dwellest, even where Satan's seat is." So this church has to it's something to do with the stomach and food and eating, and it has to do, of course, with the paganism that has been mixed in with the Christian religion. Um, so there's this tie between the two. Now listen to this. "And thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth." Now this is interesting. In all the churches that he doesn't once mention anybody in particular, any particular uh, person, except here in the church of Pergamos. He mentions Antipas. Antipas was a Christian martyr in um, the early days in Pergamos, I suppose. It must have been Pergamos, where he was slain for he was thrown into that this heated cow, and they would put their victims inside this metal cow and burn them alive inside this metal cow. And I can't remember what that Baal, some kind of Baal worship of some sort. Ugh, just the idea of it. But no other book of the book of Revelation is an actual person named in the 7 churches. Only in the church of Pergamos, Antipas. He's mentioned by name. Why? Why is Antipas mentioned by name? Uh, who was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you where Satan dwelleth. But I have these few things against thee, because thou hast dealt with them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast stumbling blocks before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols. To eat things sacrificed unto idols, and to commit fornication. So thou hast among them the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which things I hate, which of course I've told you is child abuse, children abuse. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and fight against them with the sword of my mouth. Interesting, it's about the mouth. What do you do with your mouth? You use words, or you eat. You talk, or you eat. He's going to fight against them with the sword of his mouth. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat the hidden manna. This is about food, people. It's about the stomach. And I will give him white stone, in the white stone a new name, which no man knows, save he that receives it. Now, like I said, this is really interesting, because he mentions Antipas, who is the only one who's mentioned, only person who's actually named in the seven churches. Now, I was at the store a few days ago, and without thinking, I picked up something that I was thinking, oh, I haven't had this in a long time. I really like eating this. I think I'll pick this up. I bought this before I made that video, Hidden Manna. I picked this up before I made the video. And before that, I was really praying to the Lord about my food. I was praying about, being healed. What do I do? How do I take care of this situation? Then my sister, after I had gone to the store, my sister comes down to me, who in my dreams represents the Church of Pergamus. What? Yes, in my dreams, she represents the Church of Pergamus, because her best friend he looks like Santa Claus. And I always told you, Santa Claus is Saint Nick. He's Saint Nick. Saint Nick, who, what? Picks children up, and he grants them their wishes if they're good little boys and girls. Okay, just saying. So in my dream, and I've told her this before, that in my dreams, when I see her in my dreams, I know the Lord's giving me a message about the Church of Pergamus. Now, before she came down, she says, and she's a fitness instructor, by the way, and she came down, she says, you know what, I really want to help you with your food. I want to help you get fit and help you through this transition, or whatever it is you're going through. I feel really I need to help you. This was all happening in the same, before I made the video Hidden Manna. Okay? Now, like I said, a couple of days before, without thinking, I said, you know what, I was in the store thinking I'd really like to I haven't had this in a long, long time. So I picked it up. What is it I picked up? I've already eaten some, as you can see. It's already some here. Antipasto. A-N-T-I-P. This is back road. It's backwards. Just realize that. A-N-T-I-P-A-S-T-O. Antipas. Oh, look at that. It's spelled exactly the same. I'm not kidding you, people. This is not a coincidence. I didn't even realize it, that the Lord he gave me a message. Bring. I went to the store, bought the antipasto, came back, made the video without thinking, and all of a sudden I realized I hadn't picked up antipasto in maybe a year. I haven't bought any antipasto. I haven't picked it up in at least a year. I haven't had any. And all of a sudden, for some reason, I got to pick up a jar of antipasto. Not even realizing this. Antipas and antipasto are practically the same word. In fact, they're exactly the same. What is antipasto What is antipasto? Antipasto means before the meal. It's the thing that you eat that prepares you for the meal. It's your pre-meal. It's your appetizer. Appetizer also comes from antipasto. So it's something you eat. Now, isn't that an amazing coincidence? I can't make these things up, people. The Lord leads me, and I don't even realize it. When you're prophetic, when you don't even realize you're being prophetic. Like I said, hadn't picked it up in at least, hadn't bought any for at least a year. And for some reason in the store, oh, I haven't had antipasto in a long time. I think I'll pick up a jar. Come home. Next day, I get a little message. And it affects my stomach. And I knew it was a message about the Church of Pergamus. there was a message there, people. Lord sending the church of Pergamos a message that the seed of Satan, he's being kicked in the pants, okay? Satan's going to be kicked in the pants. He's losing his power. And it's also interesting to note, if you hadn't known this, that Hitler um, had the whole, this, in Pergamos, in the ancient city of Pergamos, there was an ancient temple that was actually built for, I don't think they called him Satan, they called him, was it Jupiter or, oh, I can't remember which one of the Zeus, one of the ancient gods, energy gods that was there. And but anyway, it was a pagan temple built for Balaam or something, and it had this horrible, horrific sacrifice and child abuse and all kinds of horrible things they used to do, and throwing babies in the fire and all kinds of horrible stuff. But anyway, um, that's where Hitler had that whole ancient temple when that was discovered, moved from Pergamus over to Germany, and it's still sitting in Germany. Okay, just let you know that ancient temple that was dedicated, and this is the temple that Jesus is talking about here in the Church of Pergamus, was moved from ancient Greece over into Germany, and it's still sitting there. Okay, it's in one of their museums, completely put back together and rebuilt. And Hitler did that. Okay, and if it's still sitting there, we should really keep our eyes on Germany. I mean, seriously. I'm sure everybody already is. But yeah, okay, just saying. Just saying. Okay. Anyway, I think that's all I need to say in this video. I don't, like I said, it's not going to be a very long one. I just wanted to give you this little tidbit that the Lord pointed out to me as I was looking for dinner, and all of a sudden I was looking at this thing, antipasto. Oh, it's the same word. What do you know? What a coincidence. So if you haven't seen my last video, Hidden Manna, go back and look at it. And I believe that the Lord was giving me a sign, that was a personal sign for me, that he was going to give his church the hidden manna that is going to satisfy the hunger that we've had, that's been gnawing our stomach, that has caused us to um, follow these false teachers, these false prophets, the hold them the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel. I believe that that stumbling block is starting to go away, and that God is going to give us the hidden manna that we have been longing for, because we have overcome that spirit. He that hath an ear, let him hear the Spirit say unto the churches, to him that overcometh will I give to him to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone and a new stone, in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, say he that receives it. So it's part of our maturation and sanctification. So this is a really, really huge sign, people. It was bigger than I thought. When like I said, without even thinking, I'd picked this up. And then I looked at, oh, just a second, it's the same word as mentioned in Pergamos. So, yeah, isn't it exciting stuff? Exciting stuff. Anyway, that's all I need to say. God bless, and I'll talk to you later.